A big victory for Silicon Valley. The Supreme Court siding with Twitter and Google in rulings today, deciding victims of terror attacks can sue terror groups like ISIS, but cannot take legal action against the social media platforms, talking about YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So this ruling clear today in two separate rulings. But affected families want to hold these social media giants accountable, arguing they knew ISIS and other terrorist groups were promoting content, even making money using the platforms. But the Supreme Court said that argument goes too far. So let's bring in NewsNation media contributor Colby Hall for a deeper analysis into what this all means. Colby, thank you so much for your time. This was a case that had major implications on how we use the internet, right? Tech giants had warned there would be chaos if they lost this case. So what does this ruling mean for the future of the internet?
Well, it means that the Supreme Court decided to kick the can down the road, or rather what they said was that they didn't see sufficient evidence to rule one way or the other. And so they just sort of let things stand as they currently are, which puts the ball back into the legislative body. Congress will need to sort of address this directly and try to see whether or not there should be regulation on big tech, Twitter and Facebook and Google, with social media platforms. Should they be held accountable for what's being posted? What's kind of curious here, in a very divided political world that we're in, this is a pretty bipartisan issue. This is something, the repealing of Section 230, which basically gives, indemnifies all social media outlets to do whatever they want and not take responsibility or liability for that which is put up on their platforms. It's something that Joe Biden has written about in an op-ed piece for Wall Street Journal, and it's clearly something that Trump talked about a lot in his administration. So, I think the Supreme Court says this isn't our law to make. If you want to change it, Congress, do your job.
Yeah, I think a lot of people became familiar with this because of the former president. I want to talk to you more about Section 230, but first, it seems, Colby, like a lot of people would support the idea of just removing groups like ISIS or other terrorist organizations from social media completely. Let's just get rid of them. But why isn't it that simple?
Well, there's a lot of, these are private companies, right? So it's not necessarily a First Amendment rights issue, right? They can do whatever they want. And say, for example, you sign up for Twitter, you get an account, you get to use the platform when you agree to their terms of service. And before Elon Musk had this, they were very strict sort of language about hate language. And they really did a pretty good job of moderating ISIS and those sorts of hate languages, but also they were pretty aggressive on other things, which sort of drew the ire of conservatives who insisted that they were being shadow banned. And, there was evidence to some degree that that was true. I think logically, reasonably, we can all say that, yes, we want groups that are dedicated to the annihilation of others should not be given this platform. However, we live in this, free speech world where there's shades of gray, and anyone could basically sort of use a political argument to then sort of go against their opponents. And so I think they're being very, very cautious to say, like, if it's a slippery slope. Yes, of course, we can all agree that ISIS or the KKK, these hate groups, but no one's willing to sort of put their money where their mouth is and say, here's the line, we can't cross it.
All right, Colby, last question for you. Don't have a lot of time, but you mentioned Section 230. So, of course, this law that basically says online platforms cannot be held liable for content posted by individual users. Did we get any indication today which way the court will lean on Section 230 when they finally do take it up?
Not really. It seems like they're keeping their powder dry. And I thought it was interesting that Clarence Thomas, who has signaled that he's really probably among the most eager justices to sort of rule against it, he wrote the favorable ruling here, which raised a lot of questions, like when we thought you were the guy that was most for this. So again, it seems like this will go back to Congress. Will they rule? I think everyone thinks that big tech needs to be regulated. They just haven't quite figured out the secret sauce on how to do that yet.
Have not figured out that secret sauce. All right, Colby Hall, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.